Says, this is a test.
Hello everybody, how's it going? I feel like I've forgotten to do something before stepping up this stream tonight, so if there's something missing, point it out to me. I've got this nagging feeling that I've forgotten to do something, but I can't think of what it is that I've forgotten. I hope you're all doing well. I can see that we've got Mishaps, Winterwolf, Alexander Fedorov, Crash Test are all here. Oh, that's what I've forgotten to do. I haven't opened up the ship naming list. So let me quickly do that. I've got the link right here. Thank you so much to everybody who's suggesting ship names, and obviously thank you so much to Mishaps for maintaining the replit. I can't thank you enough. It's such a cool feature. It really is one of my favorite parts of this whole thing, and you put so much work into making sure that it's still working, so thank you again and again and again for doing it. Let me just make sure I open the right version of Chrome this time. And I click on this. We'll get into Terra Invicta in just a second. That's a join link. I'm already joined. That's cool. We should be logging me in now. And there we go. Cool. I'm logged into the replit. Excellent. All right. Let's kill the music and let's get Terra. Yeah, the test was a TTS messages for me. I just make sure the bot was working. I always do like a chat check before I go fully live. Okay, let's get some Terra Invicta on screen, shall we? Let's get this show on the road. I don't know why that gets so loud every time. Sorry for the jump scare. Every time I go into the menu to close the music, it gets loud. It's like, yo, don't turn me off. All right. And here we are, a little behind the scenes. Back to this absolute nightmare that is our situation on Earth right now. Cool, let's take a couple seconds to just reorientate ourselves with what is going on, because there's so much happening. So let's start out system and work our way into Earth. So first things first, we have a base growing on Ceres. At the moment, what do we have here? It's us, the servants, and who is the other person who had a base here? The servants are here, they've got 2. And there was somebody else. I think it was the Protectorate. No, it's the Academy are here as well. Okay. But we have Yellow Crater. And in Yellow Crater, I'd be surprised if you get Uber Stomp. Thank you so much, Winter Wolf. It's so nice having you here. Thank you so much. Hope things are going well for you in New Zealand. Hope it's as cold as it is here in Melbourne. Uber Stomp did actually get it. I'm sorry, Alexander, that you just missed out on it. So we do actually have enough boost to get an outpost mining complex on the way here. It's gonna, because we've got the resources now, it's not actually gonna cost that much boost. The only thing we need to cover is, if we build it in space, it's gonna cost us 8 boost to send an outpost mining complex out to this base. I think we should do that. I'm just going to do that before I forget to do it. It's going to cost us 8 boost and a little bit of other resources. 15 metals is a lot. We do want to build some spaceships. Let me actually hold on that until we know what's going on in the spaceship situation. But that's what's going on Ceres. We've got this base on the way. Now, Whiskey on the Rock Station has everything sent to it, which is good. Hey, Sage One, how's it going? It's cold? Yeah, it's been cold here in Melbourne. Really, really cold. This place will be completed on the 8th of March next year. We'll get another mine online, so that's good. We don't need to do anything else here right now. Retort Station should be pretty close as well. Retort Station will be done on the 4th of December, so that'll be done pretty quickly. That'll help with our income massively. And then Photosphere Station, which is in orbit. What we do, oh yeah, this is setting up to be a dockyard, isn't it? We've got a space dock here. We're going to build Marines here as well to capture the space bases in Mars. That's what the point in Photosphere Station was. Okay, and then on Earth, we've got Sentinel Station, which is... Let's zoom in on it. It is a space science lab station. We've got Cloudbank Station. Hey T-Ram, good to see you. How's it going? We've got 2 energy labs on it. I'm just going over it. 2 degrees C, jeez. It's crazy cold at the moment. I have no heating in my house and it's not insulated or double glazed or anything, because why would you do that in Australia? Then we have Military Science Lab, 2 Military Science Labs. That's interesting, there's something docked here. I've never seen that before. That's not like an enemy marine group boarding the station, right? There's an actual ship docked here?
382 to 270.
Has anyone seen this before? A ship actually docked at the station? I've never seen a ship docked at the station before. Hey, Chaos Space Marine. Well, should I be concerned about this? Are we getting boarded by the servants right now? So that's Union Central Station. Deepfake Winston Churchill advertising Black Cap. What? Hey, Naughty Jug, that's wild, TRM. Space Science Lab and Life Science Lab on Space Hotel for Trials. That needs to be fixed at some point. Then we've got Crucible Station, which is what? Mod materials and materials good, and then finally an Avalanche Breaker. I'm hoping it's a resupply ship. And then we've obviously got our main Avalanche Breaker Station, which will be constructing a ship if it's not already. That could be a ship under construction. I need to check if we actually got a ship under construction or not. Now, let me check if that's happening before we go down to Earth. So we do have a Crash Test Class Escort under construction. You can TRAM, yes, you can. We don't have a station hookup. We don't have an agent who can do it, so the Marines will take the place of that. I think our first target really needs to be Terra station. But if you remember last time, the big problem was that the servants also have spaceships under construction. And it's whether or not we can beat them, because they're actually building 2 spaceships at once. This station just has 2 space docks on it. I don't know what we're going to do about that. Anyway, let's have a look at the situation on Earth. So, situation on Earth is wild. We control Australia. Australia is currently trying to build a second army. It's going to take a long time to get there. We're starting to hurt a little bit in terms of our democracy, and that's all that's actually hurting right now, which isn't too bad, but we need to watch our GDP will go down. We've got New Zealand, which is now federated with Australia, and they will be able to unionize in the 4th of March 2028. We need to remember that. We've also got Japan. Japan is ticking along nicely. We're working on building a nuclear weapon in Japan right now. In fact, let's kill this boost in investment. We just need to get this nuke built as soon as possible. That will give us some negotiating power with our enemies, so I'll talk about it in a second. We've also got quite a lot of the Middle East. We've almost got all of Saudi Arabia. With the control point here will be available to crack down on the 15th of April 2028. And we're going to really have to push into that. If you take their station and they start killing yours, they don't care about atrocities and your research dies. What do you mean by that, mishaps? That's what they're going to do anyway. We started to take over Africa last time, and we're working on the tech to unify Africa. That's kind of one of our projects here. We might look at taking Chad next round, or Niger, and just start bringing them together. We've got Nigeria, so we need to look at what Nigeria has claims on. And right now, it's got a claim on Biafra, which is actually already part of it. I think it's this region here. Port Harcourt, yeah. Port Harcourt. No, Port Harcourt. I want to make sure I got that right, yeah. And nowhere around here has a claim on any of the Nigerian provinces. So we need to have a look at what we can actually join with. But we need to wait until this place has cooled down yet anyway, which is 25 days. Then global situation, we are obviously still fighting the good fight in Kazakhstan. It's less important than it was, but it's still supplying 30 boost per year, which is not a small amount. We're currently holding our own, but the problem that we've got is there are now Indian armies making their way here because Russia and India are at war with us. The predecessor post to that said you should take the servant ships before you kill the stations. Got it. YouTube elected not to put that into live chat. I just totally ate it. Got it. Okay. Once we get Chad, the Stacies will follow. Yes. We'll get this. Then we'll get the Brads. And we'll get the Clints, and we'll be in a pretty good situation. The European Union is slowly forming with France as the leader of it. America is a bit of a mess. I'm really worried about the servants holding it, but they don't have the control points for it right now. Nobody holds China at the moment. So that's our general situation. Now we have laid down the hull for our first crash test class. Wow, Sage 1, that's a little bit harsh. Is it because of them constantly winning? It's still a little bit harsh. We do have in 90 days we have another crash test pending carrier. What I think I'll do is I'll hold building our second one, and we're going to get a mine sent out to Ceres. I think just getting that done now just gets it out of the way. I won't forget about it. It's going to take forever for it to get here. So we're just going to build an outpost mining complex, and we're going to build it in space. It's going to cost us 8.6 boost and a little bit of our metals. I think that's worth it. It's going to take, how long is it going to take? It'll be ready in 2029. It's going to take 2 years to get here. The earlier we lay it down, the better. Oh, I get it. Okay, chat jokes. All right. Now, what was our goal last time with Earth-based operations? So, if I remember correctly, we've got names brought to max loyalty. We're working on Human's loyalty, and Thaddeus is also at max loyalty. Or is Names Blonde being worked on right now? I can't remember.
I'm here.
I might take a turn just to check that. I might get Jebediah to investigate Names Blonde and just confirm what his loyalty is at before I make any big choices.
Acknowledged.
Your Marines will be online in 90 days crash test. Thaddeus obviously needs to deal with the alien activity that's happening in Switzerland.
We'll recon the site.
Just to remind everybody, at the end of the last stream, there was alien brainwashing happening in Switzerland, which is actually pretty crazy if you consider that Switzerland is actually fully held by humanity first. So it's a very interesting place for the servants to be subverting. And there are definitely alien agents on Earth at the moment.
Ready for my mission.
In terms of missions for Human and Names Blonde at the moment, we probably need to identify our next target in Africa to take over, but we are super tight on control points. So we need to be very careful about what we do. I also want to keep public opinion for us very high in Saudi Arabia, so that when it rolls around for our next pickup, we're ready to grab that as soon as possible. On top of that, we also need to keep an eye on the situation in terms of unrest. We have a lot of unrest in Nigeria, PNG, and Yemen, which we did manage to consolidate last time. It was Yemen and South Yemen. It is now just Yemen, which is a nice change. We don't have claims. Actually, we do have a claim on Aden in Saudi Arabia. If we could get control of the control point here, we could already bring them together. I'm looking for other claims. I don't think we have any in this region. No, we don't. Okay. So let's get Human and Blonde to kind of deal with some of our unrest this turn. So we'll stabilize here in Nigeria. It's going to be quite tough for her.
We'll make things safe.
We're also going to stabilize in PNG.
Reporting in.
Let's not forget that we have Singapore as well. Singapore's main focus really is just making us money. Someone suggested going to ground in last week's comment. Yes, that is something we need to do as well.
We'll make things safe.
In fact, I think I will do that with Blonde now that you've reminded me, and I'll try and get everyone to go to ground if I can. I also need to just make sure that we don't have any undefended areas. I'll do that in a second.
Initiating deep cover.
And then we'll get Cairn to inspire Human, which I think is what they were doing last time, but I'm sure
I'll make sure they're on our side.
Let's just check. Do we have any undefended nations? So Papua New Guinea is undefended and Oman is undefended. I would like to keep Oman defended because I don't want to lose the Middle East. So let's actually get Human. That's so tight. Let's get Cairn this turn to defend Oman.
Protecting our interests.
Beyond everything we're doing, is anyone gaining popularity in China? Not really. It's pretty balanced in China. I think that's just very natural. The biggest ones are the Academy, the Protectorate, and the Servants. So there's a little bit of a concerning amount of servants here, but I think the focus really is on the rest of the Western world. But there's a little bit of servant here, a little bit of Academy, a little bit of Protectorate. No humanity first at all, which is also quite interesting. All right, what's the situation with research at the moment? So we lost control of research from the initiative last time. Initiative are dominating research, which is really interesting because we have the most space stations. We're pushing East African Federation and patrol vessels so we get more ship hulls, because I'm worried that we may need to get some warships in Earth orbit sooner rather than later. There's a very high chance, by the way, that this is an alien agent. Sorry, so I'm going to quickly check a tea. I wonder if instead of getting Jebediah to investigate Human this turn, we actually get them to investigate this unknown counselor, because they're in a province where there is alien abductions happening, and I just want to make sure that we're not just missing up a chance to grab an alien.
Eyes on target.
So we're rolling 90% on them. Okay, so Thaddeus is doing aliens. We've got stuff here. The war in Kazakhstan is ongoing. We're still quite a long way away from Australia raising its second army, but that's the best we've got. And we're also looking at, once we've got that second army up and running, we will look at actually upgrading, trying getting the army in Australia up to the next age. And we'll do the same with Japan as well. We don't want them to fall too far behind, but we really need this nuke from Japan. That's huge. Okay, I think that's everything we need to do before we end the turn. If I've missed something, I've missed something. Let's confirm the assignments and let's unpause. Oh, and let's actually speed up time as well.
Going silent.
That's
Wrapping
fine.
up here.
Making things safe for our people.
Got some intel on our target.
Guess what we just found? We found our first alien agent. Zurich Burn Xenoform Alpha 1. The first alien agent is on Earth. I was right to investigate them. I'm glad I caught them. Alright. Our next mission is to capture and kill, well, is to kill this alien. The problem is I don't think any of our agents are good enough to murder an alien right now, but we'll look at that next term. Well, is it scarier than Russia and India being in a military alliance and attacking Kazakhstan? Stage 1, that's the question. Okay, Marine platoon barracks are now available to research, which lets us build marine. Oops, sorry, I hit the table. Marine bases on on planets, but we don't need that right now. A probe has reached 24 Themis, which has quite a lot of water on it, a little bit of thistles, but not a ton. Oh, we should check for level ups.
Things are stabilizing.
At the next turn, I'll do that the next turn. We'll check for level ups. Italy has joined the European Union Guyana War against Guyana. Alien abductions in Switzerland. Agents for Project Exodus have positively identified an intelligent alien operative in the Zurich Bern region of Switzerland. We may attempt to target this being with missions before it goes into hiding. So we have a mission to kill an alien.
Here's what we found.
It's not actually. We don't actually have a mission to arrest them. We're not the Resistance. Our mission is to kill it. I'm pretty sure. I'll check that when the turn finishes, but I'm pretty sure they want us to kill it. Okay, let's get into the turn. Let's check our missions. I think I checked them here. No, where are we? Oh, these are everyone else's. Where can I check my missions? I thought it was in here. There's so many menus. That's true, TRM, you're 100% correct. Maybe we should just capture them first. Okay, we can start on that either way. We can start getting our hands on them. First things first, do we have any level ups? Not for Blonde. Thaddeus has a level up. Let's get that admin up. His admin is just so bad. Nothing here, nothing here. Okay, Thaddeus has a point free. We do have some stuff here. There's Jolt Games, which gives +1 command, which is good for him. What else? What does Serious Defense Services give? +1 security. I want him to pick up command right now. Timeless Entertainment has an insane logo. That's a wild logo. But what we're do is just gonna equip him with Jolt Games. I remember Jolt Games doing more. The previous version of the game, did it get nerfed? Oh, hey Naughty Chuck, how's it going? Does it say I'm streaming Alan Wake? Why does it do that? Yeah, I think the software I'm using doesn't update, even though it says it does. Let me just fix it up. That'll be 2 seconds while I do that. Thanks, Naughty Chuck. I appreciate you checking for me. I'll need to remember to do that going forward. Right, it's been updated. Let's get back to this. Alright. This is a cool logo here, the ARM Intelligence Group. So, we've got an alien. We need to investigate them.
Standing
Let's get
by for
Jebediah on
orders.
that to start with. 81% chance is pretty good. We'll do an investigate mission with a 91%
Initiating
chance to complete.
surveillance.
Thaddeus
At your service.
doesn't need to deal with any alien stuff this turn, which means I can get him to do some useful stuff for me. We've got Names Blonde, Human. I just can't remember
What's
if
the
we managed to max out Human Names Blonde's loyalty last time. Our investigators counts show they had a loyalty of 23, but this value would not be current. Okay, so they've got around about 25, where this
Where to?
Human. I think we've
At your
investigated that yet.
service.
So we're gonna just what we're gonna do
Standing by
is
for
we're going
orders.
to inspire Human, just to keep
I'll
pushing their loyalty
ensure
up.
their loyalty.
We're
Ready to
also going to need to look at some of our situations involving how is things looking for unrest, because we didn't do anything about it last term. So Nigeria definitely needs unrest dealt with. Papua New Guinea definitely needs unrest dealt with. So that's going to be Human's job, and it's going to
Restoring
be
order.
Names Blonde's job as
Ready
well.
for orders. We'll turn down the heat.
And then Thaddeus.
Ready to go.
What can Thaddeus do for us? Thaddeus? I don't want to establish the project. So Thaddeus can assassinate, which uses espionage. Can Jebediah? No, don't assassinate Jebediah.
Standing by.
So Jebediah has our highest. No, who has our highest espionage
Where do you need
actually?
Standing by.
It's Blonde.
I'm here.
Blonde has our highest espionage, but he doesn't
Standing
have
by.
the assassinate mission. So we
Ready
need to
for my
juggle
mission.
some stuff around to get Thaddeus
Ready.
a high enough espionage to assassinate, or see if we can get Names Blonde the ability to assassinate. But if we get this guy in jail, we should be fine. What I'm going to do is, because we're investigating an alien, I will actually get Thaddeus to protect Jebediah, just in case
Defending the VIP.
anything happens. I just want to make sure he's safe. All right, that's all done. Our spaceship is, how far away is it? I think she's about 60 days away. 86 days, okay, a lot less time passed than I thought it did. So we've still got a while before that ship is available for combat. Let's confirm assignments and unpause the game. And just continue spinning.
I will report when my mission is
The
complete.
Intermarium project. Poland gains a claim on basically most of Eastern Europe and Russia. That's a very interesting. What does that form? If Poland is taking over those countries, that sounds like a fun challenge. The agent callouts are drowning out my voice. Okay, let's bring that down again. I'll deal with that quickly. Settings. I know why. I think I know why. Let's drop the master volume down to about here, and we'll drop the voice volume down to about
Prepping.
here.
Mission in progress.
Okay, there we go. I've dropped all the volumes down, so it should be a little bit less extreme.
I'll keep them safe.
Okay. Protect target.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Central Asian Union. Kazakhstan gains a claim on some regions, so we can actually expand Kazakhstan. That could be fun as well. But we have to
Surveillance
beat back
complete.
Russia to do that. East African Federation is complete. Okay, so Tanzania gains claims on Nairobi, a bunch of other places, but we don't have East Africa. We've got West Africa. So what do we want to pick up next? Hydroponics bays will be useful for our space stations. It reduces the hub's volatiles and water consumption by the equivalent of the amount consumed by 50 crew. That's quite useful. Magazines are good for ships. 40mm autocannons I don't really care about too much. What we do actually need is more command points. So transnational coordination gets us an extra 40 cap. That's probably what we need to be working on right now, more than anything.
Things are cooling off.
Violence
We
is
have
abating.
critical success on the investigate from Jebediah. That should take off one. That should actually all we need to do. Patrol vessels is now complete. We can now build frigates, monitors, and destroyers. We now get 8-inch cannons available and 12-inch cannons. We can research fleet combatants as a research as well. One of the new things that's been added in this version of the game, by the way, is fleet officers, who will level up and gain traits, I believe, as our fleets do combat, which should be pretty cool. Okay, Central American Confederation project is available. I'm not sure about that. Servants launched their first ship. Okay, we'll check that out in a second. I need to have a look at what that ship is equipped with. Alright, what else do we want to work out? There's publicized alien threat, which gives us a public opinion boost around the world. That gets control point capacity by 5. That's 5 more orgs every month. Border diplomacy actually gets us a 20% reduction in time limit and another 10 management points. I'm just going to blast out a couple of these right now. All right, let's have a look at this ship that the servants have blocked. They've actually launched 2 new ships. Both ships have been launched from the servants. So it's a Ghost class. Is that the only ship I can see here? I mean, I'll look in the menu in a second. So they've got a Ghost class escort. The Ghost class escort has 2 40mm autocannons, a water heat sink, and liquid nitrogen containment. Why does it have liquid nitrogen containment? Does this have liquid hydrogen engines? What drives Dumbo? These are Dumbo engines. Solar core fission rocket. So the liquid hydrogen containment does nothing for this ship. Am I correct? It's just being put in there. The 40mm autocannons have a range of 350 kilometers. So if we can put together a ship that can outrange those autocannons, we can take this thing out. No nose weapons. We also, this is an escort. We can build a frigate or something and outgun it. Propellant hydrogen, yes. Okay, so the liquid hydrogen does help. So it gives a 20% bonus to exhaust velocity. That's actually quite a useful little early game. Yeah, I see it here, propellant hydrogen. That's a useful little early game module. That gives it a little bit extra. These could potentially leave, I don't know if they could leave orbit. What's their DV? 8.3 kVs, that's quite good. It's heating it using its reaction mass, which does actually make sense, cool. All right, so that's their ghost ship. That's actually a ship. That is a valid ship. They've also built the Hiryu glass gunship. This thing just has a 10-inch cannon in the nose, which has a 250 kilometer range. So they have basically uplifted, they've uplifted some Sea-Wiz systems from a modern carrier, and they've dug a 10-inch cannon out of somewhere and strapped it to the front of a ship. And this thing is using double rockets as well. Okay, so that is what they have in orbit. What we need to do is just pay attention to any missions that they get deployed on. So we need to look out for them moving. Not that we can do anything right now, but if they decide to come after us, we're a little bit good. Oh, so they've now got 2 stations upgraded to level 2. Do we actually want to design a more powerful ship right now? So we've now got access to frigates, monitors, and destroyers. Rocket efficiency, I want you to have low atomic mass, reaction mass, and very high velocity, which is what ion drives are very good at. Cool. I do not understand a lot of the space movement stuff very well, so it's good to have you guys there to help me out with it. Now, unfortunately, if we wanted to build this ship, there's not really a lot we can put on it right now. So if we have a look at nose weapons, we only have access to the 10-inch cannon, the 40mm. Actually, we only got access to 30mm autocannons. So they actually have bigger autocannons than us. We do have the Crate Missile Bay, which has a 1,000-kilometer range. So we could load this ship up with like 2 loads of missiles to try and outrange it. But I've got a feeling those 40mm autocannons are there to shoot down incoming missiles. So I think we want to hold back on building a warship until we have slightly better technology for war. Which, if I look at my research here, Corridor Diplomacy only needs 1,000 research points. It's going to finish at the end of the month, and then we can just power all of our research into some space weapons. I think that's what we want to do. Does anyone else have a different suggestion? Oh, you got there a bit too early, Nonny Joe. We don't actually have those Marines yet to capture a station. Is there any reason why the servants would attack us in space right now? We do have a non-aggression pact in space. Well, we just have a non-aggression pact in general.
Technically, he is more of a super villain, but he's still my favorite. He's a survivor. He's uncompromising. And he does whatever he must to achieve what he believes in. Cool helmet, too. Colonel Hans Castillo.
Oh, really,
Message
Terra?
to his nephew.
Yeah, I really hope so, Terra. Okay, so I didn't realize that the head of Humanity First is a fan of Magneto. That's interesting. So, Magneto First Manipulation is done, and they've picked a Directed Energy Warfare Doctrine as a new global research. That'll get us access to energy weapons. So that's something. I don't know what this gives us access to, but we'll find out. Oh, railguns and stuff, actually, because we picked it. Just keep an eye on this up here. New project available. Nordic Federation. Sweden gains a claim on Denmark. Like, just gains an... Okay, and St. Petersburg. Oh, cool. That's another interesting challenge run. Good for units. Okay, new turn. Let's just check for level ups. Yeah, I thought so. A few people here have level ups. So your current admin needs to be leveled up. And apparently there's some new orgs available as well. We'll have a... There's the Camorra. Are the Camorra Are they a real organization, or are they from something? Oh, I'm thinking of Vampire the Masquerade. No one else has a level up. Okay, what's available here that's worth picking up? Vulcanvorx gets us more of our own research. Argus Federation gives +1 Puppets Organization. Omega Intelligence Group gives +2 Espionage. CIA would be a nice pickup. Cost me 300 initiative, which I don't have, however. So we're just going to hold on that for now. We'll just equip Sparta resources to get a little bit more income. Gamora is the city of the Drukhari. What does that mean? Why does that sound familiar as well? Good luck, everyone, on the mission. I want to take over the other space stations before fighting the servants, though. As if you attack their station rate non-aggression. Yes, it definitely will. Only mishaps made it back. Excellent. Good luck. Everyone else laid down their lives for that first mission and failed. Okay, so last turn, we did a full investigation on this alien. So we know the loyalty is 25. We know they have Survivor. Very hard to kill in nuclear wars or mass casualty events. Will strike back if attacked. Enemy critical failures on detain or assassinate missions against the scout result in a human attacker's death if the attacker is not the Drukhari. Ah, okay, they are good. I don't know why they gave them those weird names. I think it's for licensing issues. So I want to try and capture this guy. Now, in terms of capturing, Jebediah can't, apparently. Who has my best? Yeah, why can't I capture him? The capture cannot undertake this mission because there are no valid targets. Can't capture or hold targeted individual. Why can't I capture or hold Xenoform Alpha 1? Maybe because I don't have a containment facility for them, which is why I probably can only kill them. I bet if I select Thaddeus
At your service.
and click the murder button, I can indeed select Xenoform as a target for murder. So I don't have the ability right now to capture aliens. I can only murder them. Now, murdering the aliens will result in this lighting up like a Christmas tree, and the aliens deciding they want to kill us. I don't know if we're actually ready to declare war on the aliens yet. We do need to kill this alien to advance the plot, but I'd rather, I think, we have more of a defensive presence in space before we actually engage in that combat. I mean, the best we can do anyway, if I pump all of my ops in here, is a 3% chance of success. Force doesn't matter for orbital maneuvering once you're in orbit. If you're going to be flying for a year, it doesn't matter if it takes 10 seconds or 10 hours to accelerate. Instead, you need to get as much total puzzle change in velocity, delta V, for a minimum of mass. Yeah, exactly, T-Ram. I need way more espionage. So we're gonna have to leave Mr. Alien alone for now. But we know that he is here, which is actually really big. Hey, Brian Diverse, how's it going? It probably wouldn't be all-out war, they're very tit for tat. Yeah, in my last campaign, I went all-out war with him very early, and it was very satisfying. But irregardless, I do not have the espionage to kill this alien just now. So let's look at what else we need to do in the world. We're waiting until March for Saudi Arabia to become available. We've got a little bit more of a cap presence now because I've leveled people up a little bit. So we could start taking a little bit more of the territory around here. We also now have claims on territory around Kazakhstan. Well, we have access to gain claims on territory around Kazakhstan with research if we wanted to. This Russian army is retreating. I think there's a second Russian army behind it. Oh, it's the Indian army. They're both very badly damaged. Do I want to counter invade? Oh no, they've got 3 fully repaired armies here, so I can't counter invade. We're going to start really suffering quite badly from attrition in this war. Is that a problem that I said that, Chaos Space Marine? But I have 10 units of thrust for now and 100 units per minute. Let's just defy gravity. Fair enough. That actually makes sense to me. Thank you for clearing that up. Okay, what do people need to do this turn?
At your service.
You're straightforward. Make human loyal.
I'll speak with them.
Jebediah, find me.
I'm here.
Find me a
Your
protectorate agent that we can bully.
We'll see what they're up to.
Standing
Thaddeus,
by.
you're going to work on lowering.
Where to?
Yeah, everyone else is going to work on dealing with unrest. I think the word is redundant. Probably. It's fun. It's nice to say though. Okay, so Nigeria, PNG, and Yemen all need reductions in unrest. So Nigeria.
We'll turn down the heat.
Yeah,
for orders.
Yemen,
We'll restore peace to
and
this
Papua New
nation.
Guinea.
Where to?
Which is a part of the reason for stage separation. We're rocking is fast firing it. First firing needs a powerful engine to break out its gravity. It's over that it's just to be a more efficient engine once it's in orbit. Yeah, that does make sense, and I do know that without knowing that. If
We'll
that makes
restore
sense.
peace to this nation.
Okay, how far off is our spaceship? 70 days until our first marine carrier makes it out of the dock. And I want to lay down a combat ship after it. So we've got 70 days to get research done on some more weaponry to put down on a new variant. We could also build a basic ship and upgrade it, but I'd rather not do that. Let's confirm assignments for the turn and unpause. We need to keep an eye out for any sign of those servant ships moving. Okay, Fleet Combatants project is now available. We're not going to research this anytime soon, but this does give us access to cruisers, battle cruisers, and battleships. We're not going to be building those soon, but we will be able to when we do this research.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Inspire success is good. United Turkestan is now available. We're not going to be worried about United Turkestan. Hey, Shinobu Mail, you haven't missed much yet.
I have new information.
Repair bays are actually nice to pick up. That's good to know.
Order is returning.
Order is returning.
Critical success and a success is nice.
Things are
And a success,
stabilizing.
great. Canada has joined the European. Okay, they're second Guyana as well. Guyana's holding out well considering all of the Western world is attacking them. And solar arrays are available, which is actually a good research to pick up. It's an upgrade to the solar panels. Peruvian Confederation. I'm not worried about South America.
You are a shining star. You are a burning sun.
Indeed, Hubistan, poor Guyana.
And within you burns an
This
eternal
goes with
flame.
battleships. Battleships armed
When
with
that
40mm
flame
cannons.
touches another, nothing in this world can stand
Okay.
in its way.
So Advanced Heat Management Concepts is completed, and
Period.
Missile
Judith
Warfare
Hall.
Doctrine has been picked as a new
Burn.
research by the Academy. Russian army heading towards Astana. This is going to be very bad for us because we won't have time to repair our army before they hit us. We need to get another Australian army built ASAP. Now, what was that servant that we investigated? That person that we investigated, Inspire, Investigate.
Reporting in.
We found ourselves. Who did you find? Can I? Oh, there they are. They found a humanity first person, which is not what I wanted them to find. So that's no
Ready
use
for
to me.
orders.
I think we had someone close to a level up. Yeah, okay, so Nameless Blonde is about to level up but hasn't yet. Servants are running self-improvement seminars. I didn't actually pay attention to the voicemail at all. Yes, that's exactly what the servants do. They're all about that kind of just any way of getting subversion in there. Okay, 1st of November is rocked up. We need to set up our missions for the turn. How is the situation in Kazakhstan? So we have 3 armies here right now. We have a little bit of a break before this Russian army makes it over here. But I don't have time to counterattack back into their territory, unfortunately. We need more armies. But the other issue we've got, of course, don't forget, is that we are blockaded within Australia. We don't have a powerful enough navy. So even when we get the second army produced, they will be a defensive army. They won't actually be able to, they'll be landlocked into Australia and unable to leave. There's no way for them to get off because India and Russia combined have a stronger navy than Australia and Japan combined. So we need to work on that at some point as well. But for now, let's focus on Earth. So let's continue with care.
Where do you
just
need me?
Inspiring human. Let's get everyone just completely cracked in terms of loyalty.
I'll ensure
Are
their
the Indians
loyalty.
attacking Australia, Japan? No, they're not. They're just joining. They've just joined the war in Kazakhstan. Hey, Demonicus, good morning to you. Thank you for joining the stream. So they're not crossing the sea to attack either of these countries. We'll get a warning if they do. At the moment, they are just focusing here. Is Australia close? Oh, it isn't that far off. I was working on that. I was investing in that Hoover Storm until they declared war on us, and then I wanted to focus on building an army first. I may need to put that back over. Anyway, let's finish getting this turn set up. So we need Jebediah. I want Jebediah to find for me a protectorate agent. So I want to just keep poking all of the high-level ones that are easy to access.
Tracking target.
See if they can find anyone that we
Where
can
do you
pick up.
need me?
Initiative would be fine as well. Then Thaddeus, Human, and Blonde just need to deal with unrest right now. It's going down everywhere, which is great. Nigeria, Papua New Guinea, Yemen. Same states as
Ready
last
for my
time.
mission. Restoring order.
Reporting in.
I'm here. Restoring
Alright,
order.
that's all done for the turn. We've still got quite a while before our ship is built. Let's just confirm assignments and unpause. Oh, Skunkworks is available. This is another good module that we want to get researched sooner rather than later. Got some new heat sinks, but as far as I remember, the tin droplet heat sink is still the best one. Might be good to get another shipyard or two set up. How's economy? Economy's pretty strong. I've been focusing really heavily on making sure the economies are looking good. Servants are making 2 ships at a time. You are not. That's true. To do that, what we would need to do is destroy. We would need to get rid of the space science lab on Avalanche Breaker Station. But honestly, you are right, Mishaps. We should do that. We should get a space dock up. We should replace this. It's gonna take 30 days. We'll build it in space. Let's just get a second space dock up and running. Means we no longer have any space science research boosts, but that's okay. We need to get parity with the servants. Let's just have a quick check on what the servant stations are laid out with as well. So that's their fleet, but I want to have a look at the station. So Tikal Station has, I believe, one space dock, and then it's all Xenology labs, which it doesn't have the power to power. But they're building a fission reactor array. Okay, so they've actually gotten rid of one of their space docks and replaced us all with Xenology labs, which is, it makes sense with a faction. That's a lot of Xenology labs though. And then they've got another station at tier 2, which is this one here. This is the same layout. Oh, this one has 2 space docks. So they have 3 space docks available to them. We probably need multiple marine ships, but we also need multiple warships. I'm holding on building warships right now until we get better weapons researched. Yes, that's exactly. We need proper warships. So I'm probably going to build marine ships until we get proper warships available to us. Brian DeWorst on Twitter says that Tin Droplet is the early game best all-round radiator. There's a direct upgrade of the Lithium Droplet or something much later in the tech tree. There are designs that might use radiators too. Yes, Tin Droplet is good. Good. Aside from a shipyard, we might also want a station dedicated to military research so we can improve our military development plan set. We do have a station at the moment devoted to military. I think it's Sentinel. No, it's not Sentinel. Oh, that's fine. We haven't actually lost out on any space science. One of our stations is set up for military. It's not this one. Is it Cloudbank? Nope. Is it Union Central? Military. Yeah, Union Central Station is focused on military science research. So once we've got the resources for it, we can start upgrading these, getting more stuff on them. But if I wanted to do that right now, whoops, I actually wanted to check that out. Thank you, Shinobu Mail. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I went a little bit crazy with the editing in that one, but I had fun with it. There'll be a new Nebulous Fleet Command episode out after the stream, by the way. So we could upgrade this to level 2. It would take 40 days and cost us 2.5 boost. Should we do that now? Because we've got the resources to kind of lay this out, because the primary cost on this is metals, which we have. It is gonna cost more in terms of monthly support though. So one thing we don't have at the moment is any volatiles income, and it's going to increase our volatiles cost. So we're spending more boost on maintaining the stations. It might be worth like upgrading one of these stations, but not all of them. Do we upgrade now or do we hold? I think maybe for some stations we do upgrades, but not all at the moment. So I'm going to upgrade this one for the exact reason that T-Rem said that we should get more military science on the go. So I'm going to do an upgrade platform core in space. That's going to take until... Oh wow, that's going to be completed very, very soon. You're asking about when our volatile station is going to be online? Hey, Heartscope. Yeah, I moved the chat so that it wouldn't be covering anything up. This is the best place I can find in this interface to put chat Heartscope so that it doesn't cover anything. You're asking when the volatiles mine is going to be online? Photosphere Station is not a mine. So Retort, I believe, has volatiles. It's going to be online. Yeah, it's going to get us 41 volatiles. It'll be available in December. And Whiskey on the Rocks mine will be available in March of next year, and it will get us some more volatiles as well. So December, we will have... Oh. No, that's... 2029 is our water mine mishaps. That's on Ceres, that's for water. Volatiles is in December. It's Ceres, it takes forever. Yes, it is Ceres, it takes forever. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's unpause, we'll let time tick forward.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Pakistan denied
Version
any
of
involvement
interest
with
survey.
paramilitary violence. There's another Russian army moving to Astana. We've got a success with Jebediah Kerman's mission. And we've got a... Well, we did check on the fight. Vietnam now has the... Our research and development teams now take the period of unity. Vietnam gets a claim on... Okay, that's an interesting one. So volatiles cost isn't really a factor to upgrade now. Yeah, you're right, Fuba Stomp. Sorry, I know I jumped in late. I assume we're still working on getting marine ships. Yes, we are. The ships are in production right now. Maybe we can sell space water for cash. We can definitely sell space water for cash. We can also sell space metal for cash, but we need to stockpile space metal.
Things are stabilizing.
So, what was it? Just jumped in my head. Yeah, so we currently have a marine ship in construction. It'll be available in 48 days. I think Hooba Stomp is right, though. We will be getting a big volatiles pump soon, so it might be worth upgrading a few more stations. I'm wondering if we... I'm kind of tempted just to level everybody up, honestly. But I don't want to kill my income. So uploading to orbital core requires 0.44 volatiles per month, which I think we can cover absolutely fine. If we think about that spread among what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stations, that's 0.4 times 5. I am tired. That's what, that's 2 volatiles a month or something. I think we just upgrade all the stations. I think we upgrade all the stations. I think we don't let that fall behind. I'm going to upgrade all the stations. It's going to take 40 days. It's going to cost us barely anything. I'm going to upgrade all of them. Yeah, about 3 volatiles a month. And then we'll capture the rest of them. I suck at playing games at this scale, but damn, it's so fun to watch. Honestly, Heartscope, I suck too. It's chat that helps. It's only a month until we start getting volatiles. Exactly, TRM. Yeah, that's why I'm going for it now. Okay, that's them all being upgraded now. So that's done. All of our space stations are being upgraded to tier 2, which should give us a little bit of, if nothing else, bragging power about Earth orbit. We still have the most stations in orbit with the servants behind us. We'll definitely have the most tier 2 stations in orbit once that's done.
Things are cooling off.
Things are cooling off.
Okay, we're getting critical success after critical success on our agent rolls right now, which is just awesome. Stewards of the Amazon. Brazil gains a claim on... Okay, unfortunately we're not caring about South America right now. Yeah, I agree with you, TRM. We're on the same page. Another Russian army. Okay, I need to have a look at this. I think Kazakhstan is in a lot of problems right now. We currently have... It's going to be 3v3. We still have the upper hand. I think... No, the Guards army are Atomic Age. They're also getting bonuses from an advisory, so maybe we need to start advising as well. Yeah, I'm looking at the attack values here. Our advanced armies have an attack value of 4 and 4.5. The Russian armies have an attack value of 3. So our armies are better than theirs, but only just. We really do need to get our armies upgraded. I'm considering scrapping the build army in Australia to get military up instead. I think that would be a huge boost for us. That will only bring it up to 4.3, by the way. We need to get it all the way to 5 before we level up to a new thing. No, let's get the army first. Okay, let's continue and just finish the turn. All right, Winter Wolf, thank you so much for hanging around. Hope things are going well with you. Thanks for hanging about. Okay, we got some new... I think we had a level up that was about to happen. Yeah, name is Blonde, it's leveled up. Let's get his admin up. His base admin is... what, 15? So he's actually doing quite well for admin, but we need to get that maxed out. We can pick up the CIA with him, which I think is an auto pickup. I mean, look at it. +1 persuasion, +2 investigation, +3 espionage, +5 admin, +1 science, +2 security for 300. It's very expensive, but I don't think I turn around the CIA when I get the opportunity to buy it. So we're going to buy the CIA. There will be tiny cost in organics, which comes with cost in lift and dollars. The player doesn't have any organic income. This is how space income saves lift, and now it's expansion and cap by lift. It's the huge early game bottleneck towards better stuff. So I've got admin modules, research biodiverse, and I also have farm tech, I think, on the way. So I will be able to deal with the organic stuff. But yeah, I'm going to buy the CIA. I think it's just an insta buy here. So we're down to 24 influence. That's the only problem. What else can we pick up here? So I think we want, is it more investigation we want on you? Yeah, it's more investigation so we can crack down. So we could also grab Hector Private Investigations, which gives +2 investigations for a little bit of cash. So I think we grab that. Now in terms of unassigned, nothing here. The only things we got left are Elderon Securities, which is +1 security. You now have a negative daily, oh, I do have a negative daily money income. We can sort that out. And we have a monthly income, so this is the same for both of these. Let's grab Alderaan Security because it's a lot cheaper. Actually, no, I want to leave buying that. Okay, we need to deal with our negative monthly money income. CIA was -400 a month. Okay, I missed how inefficient the CIA was. Damn, that is very inefficient. But it really has, that's turned Names Blonde into an absolute monster now. So how can we get around that? We only need to overcome -3.1 per day. So the economy in Singapore is growing, which is good. I think we maybe want to investigate a little bit less. No, welfare, that's fine. Singapore is growing, okay? I think if we switch the UAE and the Gulf states over to stabilize and grow and get them off boost, that will make their GDP start to grow as well, which will increase the amount of money we're getting in. And we should be able to turn this around over time. If I wanted to make some money right now, I could do spoils. And a place I would do spoils is probably Papua New Guinea. Because what I could do is wipe out, stabilize, and grow. I would invest in economy and invest in spoils. Which would basically, oh, you need funding, not economy. No. Could you, yes, I do. I do need funding to pull money out of the country. I realize I can't do all these at the same time, but that's not what I'm wanting to doing. That's what I want to do. What I'm actually want to do is I want to grow the countries so that the economy is just growing and then I'm getting a passive boosted income rather than just taking the money out of the country. I want to grow the countries up. Maybe that's the wrong thing to do. Is Japan undefended? Japan is undefended. How to stop? I'll deal with that. I was just trying to work out the money thing. We could actually do funding in PNG. It's the less evil version. I don't think I can invest in funding and economy at the same time. So I could just do this. There's no difference between 1 and 3 pips for that, yeah. Let's see how this goes with a little bit of nastiness going on in PNG. Let's get Japan defended first of all. That's Hunan's job this turn. Oh wait, can I defend? Yeah, I've got just enough influence to defend, thank goodness.
Protecting our interests.
It's a weight distribution, yeah. Okay, Japan is defended. What else do you want to do here? Thaddeus doesn't have any jobs to do. We can't do stabilize. Oh no, stabilizing costs ops. We can't do stabilize missions. So let's have a look at our stabilization situation. So Nigeria's down to 4.8, Papua New Guinea's at 3.4, Yemen's at 1.6. Let's do stabilization in Nigeria and Papua New Guinea.
We'll make things safe.
And we'll get Blonde to do Papua New
Reporting
Guinea.
in.
But we want funding from
At your
Japan since
service.
they've got the biggest econ of all the countries. Just add a single pip? Yeah, I think you're right. That's a really good idea.
We'll make things safe.
Ready for my mission.
That does cut into the building of... I'm going to knock a pip out of knowledge for now. Does cut into the nuclear weapons building, but we're almost there with the nuke. We're almost there with the nuke. Okay, what else do we have to go on here? I've still got missions. I need a mission for Cairn. We know what that is. Cairn's mission is going to be to inspire as much as they can.
I'll make sure
Now,
they're on our side.
Jebediah found
I'm here.
another resistance agent. I don't want to mess with the resistance right now because they're slowing the aliens down. So let's find out who's messing around in Pakistan.
Surveilling target.
Now, we need to keep an eye on the war in Kazakhstan. We still have a little bit of time until our first marine ship is available. 39 days. We need to identify what our first target is going to be when we get into space. Well, there you go. Initiative and Protectorate. We'll go after the Protectorate first, and then we're going to go after the Initiative. I think those are going to be our targets. How are we doing on research? Oh, I don't want to sell anything right now. Okay, corridor diplomacy is about to complete. That's really good. Transnational coordination is going to take a long time. But what we're going to do is after corridor diplomacy is finished, we're going to start researching some space military tech. Let's get that going. Oh, I need to confirm the assignments. Let's unpause. A probe arrived at that station. We haven't sent any of these probes out yet, but we'll look into that at some point. Okay. Core diplomacy is done. That reduces cooldowns between nations, doing things by 20%, and we get another 10 control points, which is great. So now we need to decide what military research we're going to explore here. Now, if we have a look at the overarching military picture at the moment, we have directed energy warfare doctrine and missile warfare doctrine under-researched. Humanity First is up. In the research trying to make your ships better. Humanity First is up in the research trying to make your ships... Okay, yes. I see that. Yeah. Okay, yes. I understand what you're talking about now. We could actually invest in that. We could get directed energy warfare doctrine finished earlier by investing in it. If I go in, okay, so I'm going to change that by a couple of days. But December is when we're going to get our hands on directed energy warfare doctrine. So we could actually get some laser research done pretty much as soon as the project becomes available when this completes. So we probably want to pick a project here that isn't going to take very long to complete so that we have the availability to make that research. You see what I mean? We'll finish a research project here in time for lasers to be researchable. So let's find something we want to research in here. I'm thinking hydroponics bay, which will give us access to research farms, which will just help with biologicals. I know I like ballistics too, mishaps. I'm a huge solar arrays. Terra, genius. Solar arrays are exactly what we want to research right now. That'll finish on the 16th of December. This will finish on the 7th of December. Magic. Yeah, you are totally right, TRM. Okay, let's unpause. The Bantu Nation, Angola. Okay, again, wrong part of the world. We want Africa. We're looking for Africa
Securing our
research.
control.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Okay, the servants now have control of Brazil. Do we want to get involved in Brazil right now? There are control points available here. Let's have a think about that before our next turn, because Brazil just got couped. And that's a big country. That's a big GDP.
I have new information.
Please tell me you found. There's another army.
Violence is abating.
Oh, an alien. We've got 3 alien fleets in orbit of Earth right now.
Violence is abating.
Greater Indonesia. So Indonesia gets a claim on Kuala Lumpur, Port Moresby. So Indonesia can now, if we get that project, share a nation. Okay, Baku, Baghdad, Kuwait City, and Shana. Iran now gets some claims. So we want to maybe get our hands on Iran if we can. What I was thinking of was, there's now some really good research that's becoming available to us in terms of bringing countries together. The Academy's launching, okay, loads of probes are arriving. Our mine should be coming online pretty soon as well. Right. Russia, under control of the servants, and Nigeria are now rivals and may declare war on each other. Did I remember to ally Nigeria with everybody? Might if your naval score high enough. Brazil is petitioning their army you can send to Kazakhstan. That is a good point. What do we think? At least try to deny it. Okay, we're gonna make a play for Brazil. I did. Yes, I allied with Japan and Australia. Those are the important ones. Okay, we're gonna make a play for Brazil. We need to try and take Brazil from the servants if we can. If there's a Mars fleet, the Academy's a fleet landed at Franklin Base. No, I don't think that's a Mars fleet. Franklin Base is in orbit here. Maybe? Hang on, I can just go and check here. So if we check the Academy, it's in low lunar orbit. Oh, interesting. So the Academy are building ships around the moon. At the moment, we don't have the ability to send ships to the moon, so we have to build a space station there. Anyway, so we need to defend Saudi Arabia, we need to defend Australia. Let's get that done first. And then we need to... The problem is that people will actually... I think Thaddeus can defend. He can't.
Standing
Human
by.
can control nation.
Acknowledged. Ready.
Where to?
I want to try and hit all three of these control points this turn if I can. So I want
Acknowledged.
Human to go after that control point. And I'll spend... We'll get that to 84... We'll get that to 84%.
Taking control.
How much are these control points going to cost us?
Ready to go.
Each cost is 15 control points. So if we take one of these, we'll go from 318 to 323. So can we afford to take two? That's 30. No, we can't afford to capture two. We can't actually afford to take two control points in Brazil right now. We don't have enough control point cap to do it. But we can at least take one of them for the moment. Let's actually cancel this mission.
What's the
So
op?
I'm just going to get you to do a public campaign here for the moment to get
I
you
will
out of
tell
there.
our story.
I'm going to get
Standing by
Blonde
for
to do
orders.
this because Blonde has way more
Ready for
influence,
orders.
and he's got an 88 base to capture this. So I can spend like one control point, make that a
Putting our
90%.
people in
That's
place.
us pretty much guaranteed to get that control
Reporting
point.
in.
Okay. Then we need to defend Australia and Saudi Arabia. So Human
in.
can defend. We'll get them to defend Saudi Arabia.
Securing our
And then
interests.
we'll get
Where to?
Cairn to
What's
defend
the op?
Australia.
Securing our
We
control.
need to keep an eye on this as well.
I'm
It has
here.
crept in the right direction, but I need to make sure it keeps moving in our direction.
Standing by
Thaddeus,
for orders.
I think all that they can do right now is work on decreasing unrest, and the highest unrest is still in Nigeria. Before
restore
Brazil got
peace to
coup,
this
my
nation.
plan was to
What's the
take,
op?
was to sort of try and combine the northern part of the Middle East to try and bring the caliphate again. Hey, Leoncio. And then Jebediah Kerman, what did you find? You found another resistance member. Amazing. Okay, so we keep finding resistance members. Let's actually get you to... What I want you to do is actually, I want you to check on Human's loyalty right now.
We'll see what they're up to.
What are our options for reducing control point cost, raising the cap right now so we can steal Brazil from the servants? Basically, we have no way of releasing control. We can abandon the country, Shinobu. That's the main thing we can do. And what did you miss, Leoncio? We're upgrading all of our space stations. Brazil got good. The servants have a fleet in space, as does the Academy. I think that's about it. We're continuing to fight over Kazakhstan. So we can abandon a nation. That will free up control points for us to take Brazil. What basically happens is if we abandon a nation, where's the option to do that? I can't remember how you abandon a nation. There's a button somewhere that does it. Abandon nation, here we go. So if you abandon the nation, it remains under your control, but you no longer gain anything from it, pretty much. And you free up all of the control points that nation is giving you. Xena the Warrior Princess? We found an actual Xena. Did we? Who was stop? We're on the verge of, I'm hopefully on the verge of taking back space. So for instance, as an example, we could abandon Papua New Guinea. That would free up 4.8 cap points to us. Which would put our cap back down to about 314, which still wouldn't be enough, but would get us a little bit closer. By the way, are we able to combine these two yet? 4th of March, okay. So we'd have to get rid of a couple of places if we wanted to do this. And I don't really feel comfortable with that because we've spent quite a lot of time investing in all of them. The one kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't call it a Chad move, but the one very interesting move we could do is we could abandon Kazakhstan. Oh, Xena to X-ray as a term for the aliens. Got it. Abandoning Kazakhstan would free up 20 control points. That's a pretty big dick move, though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I want to do that after we've spent so long fighting over Kazakhstan. But Kazakhstan's not in a great state right now, honestly. They're really not doing very well because they've been at war for so long. I don't even know what happens if we abandon a country that we are currently at war with. I guess we lose control of the army. But yeah, the other thing we can do is we can finish the research that we've got going on here. This research here, transnational coordination, will give us a whole ton of more control points. But it's currently not going to finish until the 3rd of March 2031. Abandoning everything and running is very in character for this faction. That is very true, Hubastomp. Abandon only makes the army worse. Until someone takes over the country. Yeah, so we'll basically be freeing up the control points. I mean, if I abandon Kazakhstan, that would give us another 20 control points. That would give us enough to take another control point in Brazil this turn. It is definitely time to adjust, Shinobu. I'm almost tempted to abandon Nigeria as well. Our old plan was to bring Africa together, right? But if we can get our hands on Brazil, that's a much bigger coup of power for us. If we abandon Nigeria, we would free up 30 control points plus Kazakhstan. How important is Baikonur to my boost income? So if we have a look here, I'm getting 2.5 boost. Is that per year, per month? So we're getting 2.5 boost per month from Kazakhstan, and we are gaining, and our monthly income is 31 boost. So Baikonur really isn't giving us that much boost anymore. It's not going to be available for a while, Hubastomp. It's not available till March next year. It's not available until 15th of April 2028. We should have enough we should have enough cap by then to take it. I'm very tempted to abandon Kazakhstan right now. Why don't we put it to a vote? I think I'm going to make it a vote. I'm gonna put it to a vote. Let's get chat involved. Now, for those of you on Twitch, sorry, this is going to be a vote on YouTube, and I'm sorry about that. Do we abandon Kaz to claim Brazil? Now, there is a way this backfires, okay? Because if we, I just want to make sure this is very clear in what you're voting for. Abandon, and then no. If we do this, if we lose Kazakhstan, then India and Russia might invade Australia and Japan. That is a good point. We need to pay attention to that. I'm going to start the poll. Here's the thing, right? We could abandon Kazakhstan. If this is a no vote, by the way, we'll look into abandoning Nigeria instead. So keep that in mind when you're voting. If it's a no vote, we'll look at abandoning Nigeria instead. In fact, maybe I should make that the vote. Hang on, I'm going to close the poll. I'm going to redo the vote. Let me redo the vote. Sorry, everybody. I'm going to redo the vote. Okay? Sorry about that. I can't. Okay, I need to close the poll. End poll. Ignore the poll. Ignore the poll. I need to start a new poll. Very sorry. Start a poll. Okay. What do we do? Abandon Kazakhstan. Potential war in Oz, Japan. I don't have enough. I don't have enough characters for that. We'll say potential war. Abandon Nigeria. And then I'll add an option. Do nothing. Okay? That's the better poll. That gives you more options. You're not stuck in a binary choice. Definitely strong feelings about the first one. Here's the second one. So we either abandon Kazakhstan, we abandon Nigeria, which will give us a lot of control points, and we take Brazil, or we don't do any of those things. I'm going to leave that running for the moment. Let's have a look while we're waiting at what the ships the Academy are building are. So they have Alpha 1 fleet.
Ready for my mission.
And they've got the Bloodhound class escort. The Bloodhound escort has a mix. Oh, what's with the Academy ships? Why are they so bagged up? It's all roosty. It's got 40mm and 30mm autocannons. For that, we need to carry two different calibers of ammunition style that quartermasters just love putting on spaceships. Having to take two different types of ammunition rather than just unifying it to one. It feels like a very Academy play to me to do that, honestly. So that's what they're building. This thing is currently in lunar orbit, and that's all it's going to do for a while. Our current spaceship is going to be available in 25 days, just in time for Christmas. In fact, it's going to launch on Christmas Day, which I think is, amazing. Yeah, that's the thing. That's one thing to bear in mind as well. Taking Brazil should give us a powerful enough navy to break the blockade, and we'll be able to move our armies around the world again. That's another thing to think about, okay? I'm gonna take a sip of tea. In fact, I'm gonna go grab a little bit of water. I'll be 2 seconds. I'll let the poll run. When I get back from grabbing the water, we'll finish the poll and work out what we're doing. So I'll be back in about 5 seconds. How stable is Brazil? Brazil just got couped, Brian. It just got couped, so it's very unstable. It's an democracy. We're gonna have to spend a lot of time building it up. Project Exodus is not particularly well liked. 15%. I'll be right back, okay? I'm just gonna grab some water while this poll runs, and then I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Last call for votes. I'm giving you 20 seconds. Brazil has 0 navy. Well, that's a good grab, actually, Noni. Yeah, there is no navy. There's no navy in Brazil, so that is actually a fallacy that the Brazilian navy will help us. But they do have 4 control points, so we will be able to build up to a navy, which is something eventually. It's better than Kazakhstan doesn't have a navy. Nigeria doesn't have a navy, so there's that. And we have spent we have invested a lot into Nigeria to kind of turn it into a place. It's got a GDP of 1.29 billion, but Brazil has double that. Okay, I'm gonna end the poll now. Space War sounds like a great action sci-fi novel. Probably does. Bro, not gonna win this campaign. Ye of little faith. Well, technically we whitewashed everything last campaign. Yes, exactly, Terra. The last campaign was pretty boring. So what was the vote? What did the vote come to? It hasn't actually come through yet. I think I need to cancel it here. End poll. All right. It looks like by a narrow margin, we're abandoning Nigeria. 21 votes, 47% of the votes. Hey Nook, how's it going? So we're abandoning Nigeria and we're gonna try and take Brazil. Okay. In that case, we need to redo this turn. So I'm doing it. Brazil has only double the Nigerian economy. That's less than I would have thought. It's because it's been coup TRM. It would have been higher before. I'm going to abandon Nigeria. Do you want to abandon your control point station for the next 6 months? Our followers will remain loyal, but will no longer be supporting them. During this time, our control points will show the effects of a crackdown mission. They will no longer provide us benefits and be easier to purge, and army service control point will find disadvantage. However, it will cost us an influence to maintain during this time. This also means they don't cap. Wait. This definitely means it doesn't go towards our cap, right? Yeah, Nigeria's economy has increased. I'm not intentionally handicapping myself, Leoncio. I'm just trying to play it a different way. This definitely isn't going to leave me over cap, right? Abandoning does mean I get the cap points back. Because I don't want to do this if I'm going to lose the cap points. But I mean, I'm going to go with the vote. The vote was to abandon Nigeria, so let's find out. In fact, what I'll do, okay, I'm going to save the game just in case. If this doesn't give me the control point backs, we're not going to do it because that there's just no point in doing it. Yeah, I'm going to save and see. Control point save. Because if they just get cracked down, there's absolutely no point in doing this. Okay, we got the control points back. We definitely got the control points back. So let's take Nigeria. Okay, take Brazil. Human, you've got a new mission. You're doing a control nation on... Oh, we don't have any influence. Damn. What's using up all our influence? It's Cairn doing the defend mission? Because we're doing 2 defend missions. Well, we're just gonna have to try the 57%. Oh, I can't target the other point? Really? I can only target this point. I can't target the other control point. Okay, we have to do this one. I thought we could do 2. Human's already doing a defend mission as well. Well, that's fine. We'll hit the other points next turn. Let's confirm. And I see Brian, thank you. And unpause. Okay, this is big. We now have our hab module built on Avalanche Breaker Station. So we can now extend the size of the station further out. So, oh no. Wait, what? Oh, we built our second space dock. We didn't actually get an orbital core laid down here. So let's get that under production as well. I thought this was our first construction, but no, that's the space dock built here. So we can now build a second ship. We can now build 2 ships at once, which we're not going to do just yet. Head back to Earth. The ships are Christmas, so it's the 3rd of December right now, Nook. On the 25th of December, on Christmas Day, we will have our first ship constructed.
Making things safe for our people.
Securing our interests.
Fingers crossed that we get this. Okay, new outpost mining complex has been completed on Mars. That's going to increase. We've now got a 1.3 income on volatiles. Nigeria's a secret power test. It starts low but has so much growth potential. That's why I advise to get it. But on the hand, you get what you get. Well, we'll see if we can get it back then, Tarla. No, we aren't going to name it because it hasn't been launched.
Surveillance
I
complete.
hope we haven't made the mistake by taking Brazil. The Caliphate is now available to research as well. We'll see if anyone takes Nigeria off us as well.
Order is returning.
I've got a feeling nobody will. We haven't done... Okay. Union Station now has its orbital core. So we can upgrade this station. So this is a this is our military science lab station. So once we've got our solar arrays research completed, we will look at upgrading this. I'm not going to do that until we have solar arrays available.
Do not seek to be the elephant.
So
Become
warfare
instead
doctrine
the
is
mosquito,
done.
which pierces its mighty
And
eye,
so this gives us some new
which
warheads,
races its
and
blood
they've also gone for a rival international
disease.
development. I don't want him talking to me, so I'm just going to
Mission
skip past it.
cancelled.
Did you just hear him say mission cancelled? United Arab League is available. So pretty much worst case scenario just occurred. We didn't manage to get the control point in Brazil. No, we're not leading research. We're behind on research. So Brazil got claimed by everybody but us. The Academy, Protectorate, and Servants got in. We didn't manage to get in. I'm not sure how it works out who resolves in what order, but we did not get first roll in there. I maybe should have waited until after we claimed it to abandon. That was actually really stupid. So now Nigeria is just sitting here undefended for 6 months. Well, we'll see if we get it back. That's all we can do. We have the control points right now to do a little bit of work. The problem is Nigeria is unprotected right now. I think we had to jump on it. And I'm happy that we tried. It's just another setback. I need to set a research. So we want this to complete. So I want a really quick research, something that's like only 200, like audience research, Hab living quarters. Yes, let's get Hab living quarters done. That'll be finished on the 24th, which is perfect. With a bit of luck, nobody's grabbing Nigeria. And Nigeria just needs to hang on for 6 months. Okay, what's undefended? The Gulf states are undefended. So first of all, let's check for level ups, because we haven't checked that in a while. Okay, nobody's available for level up. There's some cool orgs in here, but right now we don't have time. We're also now a little bit more in the hole because we're not getting the money from Nigeria as well. This may have been a big mistake. Crack down the Brazil caps. Get it over till the defense mission's finished. That's a good point, actually. We can try and crack that. We can try and crack down. Let's see what we can do.
Where to?
I think Blonde is our best crackdowner. We need
Standing by.
investigation. Your investigation is 12.
Reporting in.
Gemini is 14, but you do have crackdown. Okay. We've got a 33% on the servants control point. I don't want to spend that much. Let's do a 73%.
Targeting the key people.
And I want to get Blonde to do a
Once they
crackdown
up.
as well on the Academy. I need to make sure I've got 20
Cracking down.
left. Good. Then Human needs to defend
Reporting
Oman.
in.
I'm here.
Brazil is going to get cooed in a few weeks again anyway. Do crackdown and Purge in the same turn. Okay, you want me just to hit them both together? Okay, we can do that. So we'll get Blonde to do
Ready
the
for my
Purge.
mission.
Let me find Brazil again. And so we want to purge the one that's getting cracked down, yeah? Wait a minute, let me reset. So
Standing by.
I need to reset both of their missions. So I'm just going to tell them both to stabilize
We'll
here.
turn down the heat.
So I've got them both doing the same
Reporting
thing.
in.
Then we'll get
Where to?
Jebediah. No, damn it, I wanted
We'll turn
Blonde to
down
stop
the
crackdowning. Okay.
Acknowledged.
Then we'll get Jebediah to crack
Ready.
down on the 33 control
Ready.
point the servants have.
We'll restore peace to
And
this
we'll bring
nation.
that up to a 79%.
At your service.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do
Cracking
that,
down.
Kerberos. Cujo was
I'm
talking me to do
here.
that on Twitch as well. I didn't want to do it, but we're gonna have to do it.
Ready
Then we'll
to
get
go.
Blonde to purge, because his espionage is 15. And he's gonna purge this control point, which will be weakened. I just need to make sure that I've got enough.
Removing
I've
our
still got
enemies.
20 influence
Ready for
so
my
that
mission.
Human can defend in
your
the Middle
service.
East, because Gulf States has become undefended.
Securing our interests.
We currently have.
Ready
We're
for
still winning in
orders.
Kazakhstan. We're still finding a good fight in Kazakhstan. Okay, and then we need Thaddeus
here.
needs a mission. So let's check unrest. 4.1 unrest in Nigeria. Look, we're gonna just keep trying to babysit Nigeria until we get it back.
We'll make things safe.
And then Cairn, I'm gonna
What's
get
the
you.
up?
Do we have the? We don't have. Do we have enough influence to inspire? We do. Let's get you to inspire Human
I'll
at base level.
ensure their loyalty.
Okay, so a little bit of a snafu, if I say so. We'll try and grab it if we can. If we can't, then we'll focus back on Middle East, which we have access to the research for now. So let's confirm assignments, unpause, and see what happens.
The damage from a bullet
Okay,
is not caused by the
directed energy
projectile
warfare
itself.
is done, and terrestrial
It is
military
caused
science
by
is
the
now available
energy of
to
the
next research,
impact.
which is good. Oh, I forgot to hang on. We need to increase funding. We do need to actually do that. How is Australia doing? Australia's still a long way from its army. We've almost got the nuke in India. Let's get a little bit of funding going in Singapore. Just a little bit. Let's get a little bit of funding going in the Gulf States and the UAE. And we'll get a little bit of funding going in Saudi Arabia too. And that should help us with our income a little bit. Leoncio, if we can get the Caliphate, we can get the Caliphate. We're also looking at unifying Africa. I'm trying to keep my options open. I wasn't even looking at Brazil until Brazil became available. I probably maybe have to give up on Brazil, but we'll give it one more turn. If that doesn't work, we're going to fall back on Caliphate and United Africa. Okay, our money went down by doing what I just did. So that's more cores. That's the rest of our stations upgraded. We're going to wait for solar arrays for them to be done. Oh no, we've got access to
Securing our
solar arrays now,
control.
don't we?
Cleaning things up.
So what we actually want to do is we want to go around our stations, and we want to start upgrading our solar arrays to tier 2. So we now have access to, because this is a, no, I thought I was researching. Am I going crazy? Information science, life science, military. Wait, you can't build it because you're not tier 2 yet. That's what I think the issue is. Sentinel should be able to. Solar collector. Solar array, yes. We're going to upgrade to a solar array. That's going to take, so it requires 0.25, so it does require 1 fissile. So we need to do some maths on these stations to work out how much energy they're going to need. So we're currently got space science labs here. Space science labs require 5 energy at tier 1. We are going to need to upgrade them at some point, but at tier 1 they require 5 energy. A solar array provides 42 energy. So 1 solar energy gives us enough energy for what? 7 or 8? Gives us enough for 8 military science labs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 slots. So I think if we have 2 solar energy arrays, we'll have more than enough power for everything else to be a military science lab. Is that correct? I need someone to confirm my maths because it's nearly midnight, it's been a long day, and I might get it wrong. Assuming the central hub doesn't take any. Central hub produces power. No, it doesn't take any power, I should say. So that's fine. The central hub doesn't take any power. So I think we're good. I think we go 2 solar arrays here. So we upgrade this one. we build a second one here, and then we just fill the rest of it with space science labs, and that should be fine. This is going to cut into our fissils. We may need to do this piece by piece. But this is going to hugely help our research. I hope I'm not doing this too early. Now we're going to have to rejig this when we get our next level of science lab, but that lets us set this up. Now that's cost quite a lot of our energy, and these are going to take a little bit of time to build. So I'm maybe going to do one station at a time rather than doing them all at once. So we'll wait until we've got another station complete before I do another one. Okay, let's unpause.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Yeah, it's an Inspire mission completed. Cobalt dust radiators are available to research. I don't know if they're any good, but they're available. They're not tin droplet though.
Violence is abating.
Quarters are now available, so they... okay, that doesn't... It just stops atrocities. It doesn't do what I thought it did. That's okay. We haven't unlocked any new research in terms of... Nice available, I guess this is... The boss is disabled at the moment, Terra, because it just doesn't make sense. I need another short research to do so that we've got the ability to swivel onto any military research that becomes available. Let's get something that's in the 250 range, which doesn't give me many options. Arranged by cost. Let's get liquid hydrogen containment research. That actually looks like a really useful research. I'm just waiting for military projects to become available because at the moment we have none available for us. You know, it definitely doesn't sound like something going to be near when it gets shot. That sounds toxic as hell. Okay, we got the crackdown in Brazil. Construction of the crash test class escort crash test at Tiangong orbit has been completed. The ship in the fleet Echo 1 is docked at Avalanche Breaker and awaiting orders. Also, the Project Exodus have a really cool symbol for their fleets. I really like it. This is a nice fleet symbol. Let's give it a name. Bear with me. Let's get the replit up, which I have here. Let's run it and let's name this ship. I need a name for a ship. Okay, that is the name. Ladies and gentlemen, the first ship of the fleet is Barnham's Pride. And it doesn't have any guns, it's just full of Marines. We basically filled our space rocket with Marines. Now, in terms of targets, I want to send it off as soon as possible. That Protectorate station looks juicy. Harun, our Sheet station, it's building solar collectors and xenology labs and a space dock. Or, if we don't want to take it, the other option I think is initiative stations. There's Hyako station, which is tier 2, which doesn't have any defenses, that's what I'm checking for. And it's building solar arrays, operation centers. Do we want to take, I think we're going to take this station. Let's see if we can take the station. Get some space war on the go. Exodus can do space. The symbol looks like a fairy godmother's wand. Oh, that's a good one. Space Marines, nice. Space Marines, indeed. Space Marines! I did a little bit of fiction for Space Marines in the Terra Invicta chat on Discord, everyone saw it. A manual for Space. I think we're going to try and take Hyako Station. So let's plot a, why can't I select it? I don't think are they not available yet for orders? It just took a while for it to appear. Right, I want you to transfer to Hyako Station. Hydroponics Bay reduces the amount of materials we need to send to the station in order to supply it. So it just reduces the supply cost for maintaining the station. It's a boring thing to build, but it just makes life a lot easier. We'll be putting a hydroponics bay on every station and hab eventually. So yeah, we're going to transfer to Hyako Station. The fleet has insufficient Delta V to reach its selected destination. This is another station in Earth orbit. Crap. I was worried that this might be a problem with this ship. So our Delta V is 0.5 kps. It's a tin can full of dudes that can't go anywhere. Can they go anywhere? Can they go anywhere? Well, they can't go anywhere. They literally can't go anywhere. We've launched a useless ship. We're going to have to refit it with more fuel tanks. That's what we're going to have to do. Okay, let's refit the class. Design ship class. No, we want to refit. So I want to select this. I want to upgrade it. Okay, we need more fuel tanks. So right now, Delta V is 0.47 kps. We need to get to 5.5, okay? So, Project Exodus had a slight maths issue. Okay, with 20 tanks, we have 5.6 kps. That should be enough to get us there. Measurement could be a space marine and you're right to do it. I think it's unable to go anywhere. Fewer engines, more fuel tanks. Okay, let me just bring that down to 10. We can't, so 6 is the maximum amount of rocket, no wait, fewer engines, more fuel tanks, yeah. So you're thinking we go for like 1. Yeah, because it's just a burn and go, right? So we can get there with 19 tanks and 1 engine gets us 5.6 Delta V. Ships with less than 8 kps Delta V may have trouble reaching the moon. That's fine. We just need to get to other space stations. Space marines are too heavy to move. Okay, so we're going to save this as the crash test block 2. Save design. This ship lacks system development for almost any transfer. May only use to defend a space station. Let's see if that's enough. Acceleration doesn't matter, it's a short ship. We did not have enough Delta V to... I'll blame the eye for that. Should it be more direct way to see if UP is going to be enough where you need to go. Maybe like a rangefinder. There is Shinobu Mail. If you click this button here, you can check. In fact, we should do that before I actually commit this model. Let's just upgrade the block 2, and we'll do an example transfer, and we'll make sure it can get to High Echo Station. No, so starting from Avalanche Breaker, can it get to High Echo? No, I want to set this as the destination. Yes, to High Echo Station. Okay, it can make it. It will take how long? 3 hours to make that difference. You should have lied to us. No, I was just too excited last time. So this is the upgrade we need to do. Okay, so we need to refit this ship to have bigger engines. No, it can't. You're saying it can't. Does it actually need more? That is 5.5. I thought it was going to let it do it even though it didn't have enough. Let's make certain then. We'll do the block 3. So upgrade the block 2 to the block 3, and we'll give it another propellant tag. Now it's got 5.7. If we do a, right, now it says it has 5.5 or 5.7. This still says it hasn't got enough. Yeah, that's what I think, Cooper Stop. It has 5.6 of 5.5 needed. It has enough. Because look, if I add another engine, another bunch of propellant tanks, take it up to 6.2. And if I go back to here, it now says it has 6.2 of 6.2 required. So, okay. The first number is the needed amount, but I had enough. Oh, it needs 5.5 of 5. Yes, that's what it looks like to me. Let's go back to it. Hang on. This is really confusing, and we need to make sure we do this correctly. So if I upgrade the crash test block 2, and I do an Earth-to-Earth transfer, we have 5.6 kps Delta V. It means it's a one-way trip, is what it means. It's a one-way trip. We can do this. Okay, so we've got the block 2. What I need to do now is I need to select the ship, and I need to order to get refitted. Now, I'm going to remember how to do this. I think I go to ship construction, and I think I select refit dock ship. I select this. I select the block 2. It's going to take 23 days to refit it, okay? We're going all in. We're going to refit it. Barnum's Pride will be Barnum's Pride, just not quite as early as we thought. Good luck, all their Space Marines. At least you're going to make it to a space station. Oh my god, this campaign. What a disaster. Military science at Union Central Station have prototyped a new weapon system. As the profession is wont to do, they are very eager to put their brand new invention to the test. So eager that they've submitted a lengthy proposal detailing an extraordinarily varied battery of tests to gather as much information as they possibly can. While they acknowledge that the need for authentic targets could cause issues later down the line in the form of introducing debris to low Earth orbit, they maintain that such issues are entirely secondary compared to the wealth of data they could be gathering right now. Tell them to make 2 with a neat less deceived, so we'll get 104 science, or prove the things, get 838 science, and increase the amount of debris in orbit of Union Central Station by 3, which means we need to get some PD on there as soon as possible. That's what I would like to do. We don't have onboard defense systems. I think I'm going to go for I think we need the research. I think we're going to take the debris. I'm going to take the debris. Liquid hydrogen containment is done. Okay. We still haven't unlocked any research for military, I believe. Just 40mm autocannons, which I don't want to rely on. I don't want to use 40mm autocannons. So let's get another cheap research out of the way. People are pointing about getting hydroponic spay. So this reduces the ham's volatiles and water consumption by the equivalent of the amount consumed by 50 crew, which is pretty useful. Mishaps is just all in on 40mm autocannons. 40mm autocannons have a range of... What's their range? It doesn't even tell me what the range is. 350 kilometers. Do we really want to do this? No. We're gonna get hydroponic space. Oh, the puppy just woke up because I'm talking too excited. Caliphate is, yeah, Caliphate's huge. It's gonna take ages. We'll come back for it if we need it. 40mm autocannon we'll come back to, okay? Everyone wants me to get 40mm. Fine. Fine. You're all telling me to get 40mm autocannons. We're getting 40mm autocannons. How did the thing go? Nook and Scarlet Fox made it back. Everyone else died. Nice. Okay. Heat sinks are not what I'm looking for right now. I need guns.
Our associates are now in charge. I don't think so, T-Ram.
Okay, we managed to purge Brazil. That's something. We managed to purge Brazil. Unrest is very high in Brazil. How's the situation in Brazil right now? Does that kick the servants out of Brazil, by the way? Because they had the executive control point, but now they don't have any other control points. It doesn't. Interesting. I blame our terrible ship for dying. We have 4mm autocannons. Okay, we're gonna try and purge out another control point in Brazil then, because we have enough control points for it. So Jebediah
Ready for orders.
Is going to crack down on this control point. Oh, we also need we can't do it this turn. That was a weird noise. I'm not sure what that was. We can't do it this turn because we have 40 influence available this turn. Pistols and bigger ammo. We have we can try 50mm autocannons, maybe. I'm just thinking here, right? We have 40 influence this turn. We need to defend Yemen and New Zealand. I think we can afford actually to let Yemen sit undefended for a turn, but we can't afford to let New Zealand sit undefended. We've invested too much in New Zealand. So I'm going to get Human to defend New Zealand first.
Protecting our interests.
Sarah's do some damage if it
Where do
crashes
you
the
need
ship.
me?
That's true. I've heard that if you get 50mm autocannons, you can have the mythical 60mm autocannons. Okay, are we just going to build an autocannon ship? Do you want me to build an autocannon ship? I can build you an autocannon ship. If we get 40mm autocannons researched, we will lay down a 40mm autocannon ship. Okay? Right. We should have enough control points to purge out the academy from here. So Jebediah is going to crack down on this control point. We're going to spend a little bit of our influence to get this to 71%. That's all I can really afford.
I'm here.
Then we're going to purge that same control point. I'm going to spend the rest of our influence on that. I'm going to hope we've got enough to get in there.
Opposition.
Okay, how is our unrest looking? We are looking at 9 unrest in Brazil, so we need to actually start really dealing with the unrest here, which is going to be a problem because everybody else is probably going to be wanting to coup this place. And then we can do a flat inspire on Human.
I'll speak with them.
And I want to set our stabilize and grow setting here. Okay, that's all we can really do. We will be able to get our fleet back up and running pretty soon. One thing I do want to do is Sentinel Station. I want to put a hydroponics bay on this station once we get the chance. We don't have the chance to do it yet, but this station should have a hydroponics bay. Lasers, that is a good point, Scarlet Fox. A bullet only stops when it hits something, but a laser will eventually diffuse. It says they've got a 350mm range, kilometer range, but they've actually got a much longer range than that. Okay, let's confirm it on pause. Hungary gets a claim on, I don't care right now. Point defense laser turrets are now available for research. That's good. We can actually fight with those. We've got another Russian army heading into Kazakhstan.
Making things safe for our
Defend
people.
nation complete.
I think we had a breakthrough.
Inspiration complete. Let's zoom out so we're not getting sick.
Prepping for next mission.
40mm autocannons are now available for construction. There are spinal weapons in this game, yes. I don't have any. I do actually have a light spinal weapon ship already. PD laser turrets, like 40mm autocannons, but lamer. Well, we're going to research them because they're really important for this game. If I wanted to build a ship with 40mm autocannons right now, hang on, let me make sure I'm not upgrading a ship. I want to design a new ship. design ship class. Can I clear designer? There we go. Right. The biggest ship I can build right now is a destroyer. Oops. Why did that happen? Biggest ship right now I can build is a destroyer. And the biggest gun I can put on it, if we look at the nose weapons, is the 10-inch cannon. Or, sorry, the 12-inch cannon. And then in the whole weapon slots, I can put the 40mm autocannon times 2. So that's the destroyer. Or if we go for a monitor, I can equip 4 40mm autocannons, which puts us on par with the servants. These are utility models. Or if I go for a frigate, I think I could put on an 8-inch cannon, I could put in 2 40mm autocannons, but I also get a nose slot for a 10-inch cannon. So that's a frigate. All the autocannons. I mean, it's a bit of a bird ship. I really don't want to build it. But everybody wants me to get a ship with autocannons on it. So we might keep it around as a museum piece. I'm thinking maybe a monitor for the 40mm autocannons. It is our most advanced. The problem with the destroyer is the 12-inch cannon is fairly useless. The heaviest classical gun system we believe we're going to adopt for use in space, suitable for a noseman on a larger craft. It has a range of 250 kilometers, which is shorter range than the autocannons. Tarla, I 100% agree with you. We could also go with a corvette, which could equip 1. I think the escort could equip 2. If we go with an escort, which is what are we literally broke this turn? We're broke on influence. So this research here, Tyler, we're broke on. We're not broke on anything else. We're just broke on influence. And money. We have no cash at all. Ever since oh god, we actually have a huge cash issue. Okay, we're gonna look into this money in a second. Even a spaceship that can shoot things that our enemies don't, doesn't that mean you're winning?
Vessel H says, Froze, you have to build a Sunrays class destroyer in TI now C.
I do. So what I was going to say is the escort can equip 2 40mm autocannons, and in quite a small chassis, and then we could put in, what have we got? Liquid and hydrogen containment would give it extra. We can only put one of those in, so we put in probably a water heat sink. And then for radiator, we've got access to the titanium or the aluminum. 1.81 gigatons of waste heat, 400. This is cheaper to build, so we'd use this. The battery can only be this battery. The power plant can only be this power plant. And then in terms of drive, whoever has the highest, probably which has the best combat thrust. So this is 14.8 newtons. This is 15.5, 20.4. It's like this is 9.3. 20.2, 7.9. So we're probably looking at the Diana Super Heavy rocket, but this only has a exhaust velocity of 3.73. This actually does look like a pretty good rocket. Death machine launched. You have no lasers and open engine, so the heatsink is useless. Yeah, but there's nothing else to put there. I mean, if I auto-design the ship, the game wants me to use Nova liquid rockets, and it wants to put Marines on the ship as well, making it extra expensive. I think we're going to hold out for a little bit longer, okay? We're not going to build this ship right now. We just don't have enough modules for it. What we need to do is we need to address our cash problem. We have a huge cash issue which is distracting me right now. Now what we can do is we can sell some stuff for money. Okay, I can sell some base metals. That'll keep us in the green for a little bit longer. But funding really isn't helping us right here. We're losing 9.8 from Counselor, so most of this is from having the CIA. We need more possibilities. I agree with you. Our annual income is minus 1.7. We need to find tiny 40mm Marines and fire them out of the cannon. So I could sell a chunk of base metals. I need to de-equip the CIA, honestly. I think you're right. I think I do need to de-equip the CIA. I also think I need to go and talk to the puppy because she's barking. Right, I'm going to de-equip the CIA. It is killing us right now, but we're not going to sell it. Oh, hang on. I need to get rid of something else because he's actually helping him. Let's draw Orion Defense. Yeah. And then we can drop the CIA. Okay. That should sort our money out. I'm just going to talk to the dog. I'll be right back. bear with me 2 seconds. If I actually fix what I'm doing, which is to click over here, I click on this. I'll be right back. I'm just going to sort the dog out. The problem is, Shinobu, is I'm too soft and I want to develop the countries even though we're abandoning them. I mean, one of the reasons to take the Gulf states is to spoil them, basically. We should be okay now. It's too late for me to have a coffee. She's outside right now, so I have to go in a minute to sort her out. Okay. Now, one of the problems we have now is Names Blonde is much worse at purging, but we'll give him a chance this turn.
Orders soon.
We've managed to defend New Zealand, is that correct? New Zealand is defended, so we now need to defend Oman. So let's get... Oh wait, we're actually in the middle of a turn. We were building a ship, that's what we were doing. This thing has 5.5 kps. We probably want to go a little... We want to do something like that, but if we have less rockets, no. This thing needs engines so it can actually get around. How much is it going to cost to build? 209 water, 33, 57. We actually can probably have all of these. The water's the hard part. Hey, Squall. I think we need a hold. We need more stuff. I know people are really excited to get a battleship, a warship, you know, but we need more options. New project available. The Aslan Nation project, awesome.
Things are stabilizing.
Target's lost.
Crackdown failed in Brazil. Damn. Unification of Maghreb. Algeria gains claims. So we failed our crackdown in Brazil. You've got these characters built, emojis built into the keyboard. That's cool. Okay, alien abductions in Glasgow. That's not good. Hab module completed for Avalanche Breaker Station. As I said, I'm going to build one of these at a time right now. I think the heist is on cooldown, unfortunately. To the time
Our
of battleship.
associates were unable to take control.
Okay. Honestly, the last few turns have not gone particularly well for us. Getting rid of the CIA hasn't helped our income. We're still at minus 4.7. Is that just... Does the CIA hit us with that negative income even when it's in our inventory? Do we actually have to release it to get the money back? No, because no one is holding it right now. It is definitely unassigned yet. 140mm gun and 130mm. That's what the Academy have built. So the last few turns have gone really badly for us. Ever since we abandoned Nigeria, we've been in a bit of a spiral. Abandoning Nigeria was actually one of the worst things we could have done. We were doing so well with Nigeria. You just sell it to get rid of its cost. I don't want to sell it. I'm all in on economy pretty much everywhere, but I'm going to go around and I'm going to just reset a few things. Because I started funding in a few places, and honestly the funding isn't doing anything. Almost got that nuke though. How long do we have left until you guys can unify? 4th of March. Give me 2 seconds, I'm just going to bring the dog in and I'll be right back. Sorry about all the interruptions. 2 seconds. Okay, you raised some very important points. Funding does actually need to tick up before we start. Ooh, that's not the right thing to click on. Funding does need to click up before we actually get any outcome out of it. So let's go back into having some funding in these countries, because they're the ones I want to get funding out of. I think we still have it inside Arabia as well. Okay, let's get this boost out of here. We don't need this. So we'll leave that going there for the funding to keep happening. We're going to sell some metals just to get us out of the negative. That's going to make us 56. I don't really want to sell 200 metals, but we'll sell enough just to get us out of the negative for now while the funding sorts itself out. And we're just going to try and augment our income with that going forward. Now, we failed to get hold of Brazil, and honestly, it's now protected. I think we're going to call this as a loss, and I'm not going to defend the control point that we have in Brazil. And what we're actually going to do in Brazil, as long as we hold it, is we're just going to spoil and try and take as much money out of Brazil as we can. That's all we're going to do here. Doesn't change anything, no. Okay? Until we get Brazil. Our main operation right now is we want to reclaim Nigeria once the crackdown ends, and we want to get the caliphate sorted out. Now, we have access to research that lets us unify the northern part of the Middle East. I want to get that done. I know mishaps. I'm trying. I'm bailing out. I'm bailing out as best as I can. We can't unify down here yet. How are we looking in terms of unrest across the world? So we've got massive unrest in Brazil. I don't care about that. Big unrest in Nigeria and unrest in Papua New Guinea. So let's deal with the unrest in Nigeria.
What's the
Thaddeus actually needs to fight some aliens, so let's send him off to do that.
Let's see what we can see.
Because there's aliens happening in Glasgow, which is hilarious. So that's going to be an alien agent there, but we can't do anything about them right now. Our refitted ship should be available in 4 days, so we'll still get Marines going on this stream when that's done. Let me just get Twitch chat back up. So that's all happening. What do we need to do on Earth? Oman needs to be defended, so Yemen needs to be defended, so Human can defend Yemen.
Securing our
One
control.
thing we could do to make the war in Kazakhstan a little bit easier on us is we could actually advise Japan, which I think is something I might get Jebediah to start doing, but there's not really anything else for them to be doing. So I'm going to get Jebediah. Does Jebediah have advise? I can't remember what the icon for it is. Yes, they do. I'm going to get Jebediah to advise Japan, because that should also help with getting the nuke complete.
Offering counsel.
Like many official
Ready
governments,
for
please
orders.
actually do it. Public campaign to improve state defense against purges in Nigeria. That's a good idea. That's a very, very good idea. So let's get public campaign. The people do like us in Nigeria, but let's just make sure they
We
love
must
us.
persuade the people.
And I'm actually going to get
Where do you
Cairn to
need
public
me?
campaign as well. Right now, we're not worried about loyalty. We just need to hold Nigeria for 6 months, which is going to be pretty tough. But there's a bigger target on Brazil right now, so hopefully they'll go after Brazil rather than this. Okay, let's confirm for the turn, and hopefully we'll get some military research popping up. Let's see how we go. Okay, point defense laser turrets have now been researched. I want to keep with the short researches right now while we just wait. Let's get fuel cell 2 research. That's going to be useful.
Securing our interests.
Servants have detected a new fleet at Fontainebleau base. Okay, the new servant fleet just got launched. Wait, what? Oh, it's the moon. Okay. I was like, why are the servants building a fleet on this random asteroid? But they're building a fleet on the ground here. What is this? It's a Ghost class escort, so it's the 40mm, double 40mm autocannon escort. This is why I want to get ahead of this thing. I want to get better technology than they have for my ships. All of our space science labs are completed on Sentinel Station. What is Sentinel Station still building? I'm guessing it's the power plants? It's the power plants. We don't have access to hydroponics base yet, do we? Information science labs, no. Okay, I need to get an administration node on these places as well. I forgot to do that. So we want to upgrade this with an admin node as well, but we'll leave that for now.
I will help them.
The advise is happening, so that's a little bit of a bonus to our Miltech. The crash test Block 2 escort, Barnabas Pride, has been launched. Interesting, it called this Tiangong in that message, even though it's not called Tiangong anymore. So let's see if Echo 2 can now head to that station. But before we do, let's check it hasn't got any point defenses, because that would be a really bad situation. So does Echo Station have any PD? Definitely not. Okay. The moon is the most useless astronaut in the game, though. Marine ship, take 2. Echo 2. This is command. I need you to go on a mission. I need you to transfer to Hayeko Station. Go. Yes, the Marines are on their way. I'm so excited. Hang on a second. I need to do something. What's the... I can't even remember the command. I think it's this. Nope. Oh well, that wasn't the command. Never mind. Project... Okay. The Marines have made it. They can now assault the hab. If I had done a shot every time 40 million autoguns, I'd be dead. Okay, we have a 90% chance of assaulting this hab. Let's do it. The Marines are currently assaulting the station. You can see there they are there, Barnum's Pride, and they are currently... Oh, TC chest. Look, I wanted... There's a final NO7 victory fanfare I wanted to play. Okay. It's going to finish on the 20th. It's going to take them 5 days to capture this hab. Okay, another alien fleet has arrived.
The people will come to our side.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Hayeko Station has been captured by Project Exodus. We have captured Hayeko Station in low Earth orbit from the initiative. Our team are going through the initiative records for intel and research we can use that have took some damage in the fighting. The following officers have been promoted. Barnum's Pride, First Lieutenant Andrea Dura, Marine Officer. Okay, we've got a couple of things. First of all, we need to fix this station, because what have they done to it? We've got some destroyed modules. We've got a lot of destroyed modules. We've got some solar collectors here. We've got to dock with the hostile station on the 4 kilograms of rocket fuel they still have.
Target destroyed.
We did it. We took a station. Okay. So we need to fix this station. This station currently has an ops center. Do we even have access to ops center technology? So it has a mysterious thing here, which gives boost. Which gives mission control. It has a solar array, and it has an ops center. So it's building ops centers. It has a dock already. We actually want to get rid of the dock. Now we need to build a dock so the Marines can refuel there. Yes, they can refuel at this dock. Okay, what we don't have right now, I think, is a station with social science labs on it. So I think the first thing I want to do is I want to upgrade both of these to solar arrays, and that's all we're going to do right now. I think I'm going to have to come off stream and just plan all these stations out. But we're not actually going to sell this, give the station away to someone because it's already at tier 2. What I do want to do is can I decommission this module? And I want to decommission this module. Oh, no, cancel. I want to decommission... Okay, I just need to decommission this module. Yeah, and then I want to I can't decommission the solar array. I can't decommission anything else. But that gets rid of some of the stuff it's building that I don't want. What's quite cool as well, if we zoom in here, we should see the station explode. Oh, it didn't do it. Okay, so the Marines aren't available, I think, for ordering yet. And we also need to name this station. So let me just quickly pull the replit up and we'll get a new name for it. So B for base. Atlantis Base is what this station is now called. Save name. And the other thing that happened there, I don't know if anyone noticed, is that this ship, Barnum's Pride, which is actually available, can we get it to dock? It's actually docked at the moment. Is it refueled? Refuel and rearm special requires being docked with one of our halves of the supply depot or shipyard and a sufficient resource stockpile to cover these supposed resupply. How can we tell if they're resupplied? They are not resupplied. They have no Delta V at all. They probably need some time, so we'll just keep an eye on that. But if we actually select the ship, we build a ship with enough fuel to actually do something good. Took a station with it. Yeah, that's what you missed, Razorback. How do I access the ship details? Here we go. Ships, Barnum's Pride. This ship, there we go. First Lieutenant Andrea Dura, Marine Officer. This officer is in charge of the ship's Marine Department. Increases ship's assault value by 2. Oh, TRM. Legend. I'll let that play before I say anything about it. That's so cool, thank you. So we actually have a named Marine. I can't rename this person, unfortunately. It would be awesome if I could name them after people in chat, but I can't. But they do exist, which is really, really cool. Okay, let's keep an eye on this fleet. I'm going to reselect Earth, and we'll just keep an eye on their Delta V. I don't know if they don't refuel, we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, the Guianan War has finally ended. And the United States, everyone's declaring war with, they actually managed to not get destroyed in that war, which is wild. Okay, I'm a bit worried that this fleet is not refueling. They are docked at Atlantis base, but they are not refueling. And I don't have the option to refuel them. Or repair them. Is it, oh, I think I know what the problem is. I think the station has no power. Yes, the space dock has no power. That's exactly it, Hoopstone. So we need to wait for the solar arrays to be rebuilt. That's my bad.
We found something.
Fuel cell 2 is done. Europe Ascendant, I don't care about that. So we still haven't got any military any weapons available to us. What about engines? Or better armor? Here we go, here's TRM's thing.
Breaking news. Today, Project Exodus used Space Marines to take over Apopo Space Station. Could this first assault be the start of a new battlefront?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I know, Squall. Thank you so much, TRM. Thank you very much for the donation as well. I really appreciate it. This is really tough. We're just not getting the research that I want to get available to us. The new station is costing us even more money. We need to make one of those stations that generates money for us. That's going to be a big deal. All right, what do we need here? Were graphene batteries really good? There was a battery that was amazing before that was quite cheap. Was it a graphene? I remember quantum batteries being nuts, but they're quite expensive to research. Molten core fission reactor. I think the molten core fission reactor was also quite a good technology to pick up. What is settlement core? Where is settlement core? I'm looking for settlement core. The problem with quantum batteries right now is it's 5,000 research points, and I'm trying to keep my research very minimal so that I can jump on military research. Oh, settlement core, here it is. Allows the construction of the following map. Upgrades an outpost to a settlement. Oh, it's a tier 2 settlement. It's a tier 2 outpost on a planet. It's it's the ground version of an orbital. Yeah, bigger colony on planet. Thank you, Tyler. You got there before I did. So I want to research stuff that's cheap right now because I'm waiting for the game to go, oh, here, have a military weapon that you can research. Hey, Daily Reverse, how's it going? I'm sure you just started streaming. We'll be here for another 2 more hours. You always join right at the end of my streams. Okay, what? Maybe we'll grab magazine. It is a useful one to grab. We'll grab magazine. I just wish we could access a little bit more military. Of course, it's barely awake as it is. Shush. Mistakes the stream. Money is our next thing to look into. Money really needs to be sorted out. Okay, Singapore needs to be defended. We'll just jump on that straight away. The problem is I bet you if we still had Nigeria...
Ready for orders.
What's wrong with the dog, by the way? She should be fast asleep. I don't know why she's barking. I need to go check on her again. What she's probably done is she's probably lost her blanket, and she's shouting at me to get her blanket back on her. Maybe just, well, actually, we probably should look at ending the stream pretty soon. Dennis wants to steal some missiles from someone. Okay. Here is what we need to do. I'm gonna pause here and I'm gonna end the stream because it's after midnight. It's unfortunately Deleverest has joined right at the end of the stream, as always. This Thursday is going to be one more Alan Wake stream just to get through the DLC, and then we're going to start streaming Terra and Invicta on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If we finish the Alan Wake DLC pretty quickly, I don't think it's very long, then we'll get started on this. What we need to do for next time is I need to come up with templates for our stations, and we need to fix this money problem, and we need to work on our next steps, because this stream, we've got our victory, right? We've worked the whole stream to get this space station built, which we've done. The question is, what can we do from there? Oh, to leave it worst, here's what I can offer you. In about an hour's time, I will be releasing the next narrative campaign for the Nebulous Fleet Command video. The next video for the Nebulous narrative campaign. How's that? It'll be out on the YouTube channel, okay? I feel like I end these streams just as they get like the big viewership, so maybe I need to push them back a little bit. Yeah, Nebulous Mission 3 later today. But I'm clearly tired. I'm big, exactly, you should know. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. So in Discord, please give me some ideas for what to do about this money situation. And we also need to work on our people more as well. But I will see you all next time. I'll be online for our stream on Tuesday, and let me know what you think of the Ned mission tonight. I need to go deal with the puppy. She's been really barky, and I don't know what's wrong with her because she's usually fast asleep at this time of night. I'll see you all later. Have a wonderful day, or night, or morning, and I'll catch you. Ciao. See you later.